Hey guys, Deepo here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, now that we've had some decent time with the new update and the dust has settled, I think it's perfect time to discuss the elephant in the room. So it's no secret, the massive update had some mixed reviews, to say the least. I think that's pretty very modest. Um, so what is it about it? Let's discuss the elephant in the room. Before we do that though, it's important to understand something. There is a pattern here. And ever since Bethesda launched that huge Fallout 4 update, they've changed the size of Starfield. We had a massive May update, we had a massive June update, and I believe there's going to be a massive July update and a massive August update. And in these 2 months, I believe we're going to get the rover and we're going to get the mechs because they're not related to Shattered Space. Okay? Don't call me optimistic yet. I think it's happening, guys. There's gonna be a massive update every month. I think all that 8 or 9 months of neglect that they've given to this game, now I think that they're going back and they're pretty much trying to turn things around. And it's good. It's working. Or at least for some people, it's working. For some people, yeah, mixed reception. But anyways, let's get into it and discuss. So I agree with some of it. I disagree with some of it. I'm kind of on the fence here, right? Though as a content creator, this game doesn't cater to me. It caters to you guys as the consumers, and you as a consumer have the right to vote. And how do you vote? You vote with your money, right? If you like something, you buy it. If you don't like something, you don't buy it. And the company, on the other hand, will gauge like, hey, we can get away with this, we can't get away with this. This is the content people expect, this is the content people don't expect. So, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly are there. So, Starfield's latest horrible idea will ruin the game and deserves to. Some very strong words from our friend Lee D'Amato there, which I disagree with. Starfield's latest update is not a horrible idea. It's a business idea. And whether or not this business idea is going to keep recurring in the future is down to the consumers. As I said, you vote with your money. Horrible idea that will ruin the game and deserves to. It doesn't deserve to ruin the game. There's been a vocal, I wouldn't call it a majority though, of players or people that never even played Starfield. They'll say, oh, it's a crap game, the game's gonna die. And they say it every day, they say it every month, they've been saying it from launch. The game is not gonna die. The game had a successful launch. It didn't review very good. People thought it was something, they figured out it's something else. Take it for what it is. This is not Star Citizen. It's not meant to be Elite Dangerous. This is Starfield. It's a Bethesda game. Okay? That's what to expect. It's a sandbox experience and RPG. Period. So, this guy, I've seen some good articles from him, but this right here, I expected more from him. And we don't need any more people to bash on the game. We don't need any more creators to bash on the game for clout. Like, we just don't, right? Now, do I think what they've done is good? No, I don't. Do I think it could have been done better? Absolutely. But do I think it's the worst idea in the world? It's not. It's not. Anyway, so Starfield's latest update introduces a Trackers Alliance mission that's only accessible via microtransactions. True. First quest you get for free, second quest is microtransaction. Players feel disrespected by having to pay extra for additional content in the game they've already bought. Okay, so going by that logic, if you have a game and they've put some extra time outside the scope of the full game and they charge you for it, why would you feel disrespected? You may feel like the price does not reflect on the quality of the DLC, but to say you're disrespected, or whatever. So the introduction of paper mission content sets a negative precedent in the gaming industry. First and foremost, it's negative, but it's not a precedent. It is not a precedent. Gachas are doing it for freaking years. Other people are doing it for years. Man, some people even have loot boxes, which is 10 times worse than this. So to say it's a precedent, it's like, is it really? Starfield Trackers oops, sorry. Let me just go back up a little bit. So Trackers Alliance missions set a terrible precedent both for the game itself and for the industry as a whole. Like the industry didn't see this kind of model before. The latest Starfield update revealed alongside the Shattered Space DLC during Summer Game Fest includes a fair bit of new content. From new missions to entire new planets, players will find they have a lot more to do in settled systems after installing new updates. So, can someone out there smarter than me take all of the content that we got in the new update and take the paid portion of it and tell me percentage wise how much of it is paid, how much of it is free. Okay, and whether or not, if it was 90% paid content, 10% free content, you say, hey, like it ruined the experience for me. But I have a feeling it's the other way around. But some of it comes at a cost. The update also introduced Starfield's take on Creation Club. Starfield's take on Creations Club. I'm pretty sure this is like Skyrim's take on Creations Club and Fallout take on Creations Club. An in-game digital marketplace for downloading custom content. This has been a long-standing staple of Bethesda's game design and isn't all bad. Of course it's not. It does provide opportunities to compensate modders for their hard work and for console players to use mods they might not otherwise able to access. Okay, cool. But many Bethesda-made Creation Club downloads require payment, dealing only virtual currency. I would like to ask our friend, let me see what his name is here, Lee D'Amato, to put 20, 40, 50, 60 hours into a mod of his time that he'll never get back. Money you'll get back eventually, but time you will never get back. And then ask himself, hey, do I want to be compensated for this? Or hey, I just do it for the love. I'll do it because I love the community, so I'm just gonna keep investing 50, 60 hours of my life for this. Is that a fair expectation? Is it really a fair expectation? Oh my god. So dealing only in virtual currency, and this newest iteration, the itchy nose of the Creation Club has taken these microtransactions to new heights, leading to a spat of review bombing and Starfield Steam page. Do I agree with it? I do not. Do I think they could have priced it better? I do. Do I think they could have worded it better? I do. Do I think they could have delivered it better? I do. But do I understand the business practice? I also do. And at the end of the day, as I said, as a content creator, it's different, right? Because whatever we put in this game, we get back eventually. For you guys, it's different as a consumer. So Starfield Status Update includes a microtransaction mission. Players should not have to pay extra for trackers allowance bounties. Up for debate, right? Up for debate. Was it there when the game launched? You can argue yes, you can argue no. You can argue yes, it was. You have your bounty boards, you have your bounty missions. Good luck to you. But now they've introduced the Astra system, which you don't have to pay for. You get a one free quest. So I don't know. You can debate it both sides. As I said, I'm on the fence here on this one. Most of the stuff on Starfield's Creation Club is bog standard custom content, silly little armor, skin, fun themed ship modules, guns that shoot potatoes, whatever. But look a little closer, and there's something much more sinister. Sinister, is that a word to use here? Sinister? Then every company out there is sinister because they are out to make profit. That's a sinister thing. Starfield makes players pay to unlock an exclusive Trackers Alliance bounty. The mission called the Vulture is available on Creations Marketplace for 700 credits, but credits can only be purchased from predetermined amounts, and the smallest bundle that will still allow players to purchase the Vulture includes 1,000 credits for 10 USD or $9.99. Now it's worth noting that there's one free Trackers Alliance mission and a series of Radiant bounties included in the update. It's just the Vulture that costs extra money. But that could change soon. In a YouTube video outlining the changes coming to Starfield's June update, lead creative producer Tim Lamb explained, "We are periodically planning on adding new Tracker Alliance mission via the creation platform." And this is what irks me right now, right? It's not immediately obvious whether there'll be any further free missions, but the message is clear. So it's not, let's just reread this. It's not immediately obvious, which means it's ambiguous, but then it's also clear, which is a bit of a paradox here. The future Trackers Alliance quest will be pay to play. So they've given us one for free and they've made us pay for one. So that's a 50-50, right? So what stops them from doing one pay, one free, right? I don't understand. But that's just a bit of a paradox in one sentence if I've ever seen one. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the author here. And it's not like an individual quest is equivalent to a slice of DLC. Here I agree with him. The bounty doesn't offer anything unique. It's simple, quick fetch quests like every other mission in the base game. Even then, players get far less bang for their $7 with the Vulture. So don't buy it. You're not forced to. You can play the game without it, so just don't buy it. Watch a content creator review the mod, and if you think it's worth your $7, you buy it. If you don't think it's worth your $7, you just don't buy it. It's as simple as that. You get to vote with your money, and Bethesda will see. If people think it's a garbage mod that it's not worth the money, they just won't pay for it, and they'll stop releasing garbage. If people think it's good value, they'll keep doing it. The last major DLC released for Bethesda RPG was Fallout 4's Nuka World, provides about 15 hours of content and $19.99. One thing to note here is that this was in 2016, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and inflation since 2016 has absolutely skyrocketed. So what $20 were worth there then are not what $20 are worth now. And this is like a fraction of Nuka World. Nuka World's amazing, by the way. If you haven't already tried it, you should try it. But this is nowhere on par, and I agree with that. But then again, we've had inflation. You know, a bottle of like organic juice used to be like $2.50, now it's close to like $8 or $9. So just to put things in perspective. So to be worth the price of admission, the Vulture, at about a third of the price, should offer about a third of the playtime, roughly 5 hours of gameplay. Players have reported various completion times to bounty range of 15 to 40 minutes, but none of them come even close. Okay. Microtransactions have been around for a while, but paying permission is a new concept. Starfield is effectively locking story content behind a $7 paywall. Is it main story content though? Or is it faction specific that they just introduced? It's one thing to charge extra for an optional side story, DLC, or a cosmetic item that doesn't impact gameplay. It's another entirely to charge extra for the continuation of Starfield faction quest line that begins in the base game. Starfield already costs $70 and should come complete in box. I agree with you. Nickel and a diming for scraps of extra content is disrespectful to consumers who have already bought the game at a premium and downright greedy. And he's quoting a Reddit user here. And he's picked up, for some reason it won't let me read it, but he's, can I, no, it's just a photo, it's in, oh no, I can open it. Sorry, I just want to read this. You really couldn't help yourself, Bethesda, you just had to do it. The best part, that in the June update video, team said they'll be adding more Trackers Alliance missions. Guess what that means? They're gonna paywall the rest of the Trackers Alliance mission. Maybe, maybe not, we'll see. So it's not just paid mods anymore, they're actually locking away story content behind a paywall. Why don't you just call it what it is, microtransactions in a single player game, no different from shenanigans or Ubisoft and EA do. Keywords, Ubisoft and EA. It's actually amazing how greedy these companies can be. So there's one person here saying, I'll be handling it the same way I handle Creation Club in Fallout 4 by spending $0. And that's fine. So, hey, wait for specials if you don't want to pay full price. I'm sure the price is going to drop, especially if no one buys it. I understand your frustrations, I feel it, but no one's forcing you to do it. That's the key takeaway here. Vote with your money. It's your money. If you don't like something, don't do it. But complaining on the internet, like this guy here for clout, I don't know if I fully agree with that, because the game, not because of microtransactions, it doesn't matter where you stand on microtransactions, it's purely for the fact this game has received so much hate. And when I see that extra negativity, it just irks me the wrong way. It really does, because no one's forcing these people to play this game. If you don't like it, don't play. There's a massive community behind it that enjoys it. So Bethesda has a long, uncomfortable history of microtransactions, and their prevalence has only increased over the years. It all began with Oblivion's Horse Armor DLC way back in 2006. Bethesda charged $250 for DLC to allow players to purchase and equip armor for their in-game horses. Once equipped, armor will give your horse additional HP, but it was otherwise mostly cosmetic. The DLC was widely criticized on the release, especially after cut content was found to suggest the horse armor. That's different. If they cut it from the game and then they charged it, hand on heart, that's bullshit. So horse armor seemed like a bizarre misstep, but don't buy it. It wouldn't alter your Oblivion experience significantly. I never bought it, but I didn't miss it. So yeah. Anything else here? If paid Trackers Alliance missions inspire similar trend in other games, why would they inspire a similar trend where other games are doing it much worse? Like take EA for example. Look at those guys are notorious. Ubisoft second for selling triple A, sorry, quadruple A titles. The game as a service model has expanded. Many games today are free to play, but provide better rewards for players who agree to pay a monthly fee. So this goes back to what I said about if you want to introduce new content, put in a season pass, right? Bundle it up, put in a season pass, or if you're gonna do it like this, do it as like a single mission, but then say, hey, in the future there'll be more missions to come, and this price, it's all gonna be included. That's better as well. But hey, $7 for a single mission is steep. A lot of people wouldn't pay it. A lot of people will pay it, but I can't judge. I'm simply referring to this article here and the hate that it brings to an already massive bubble of negativity. It just pisses me off. But that's just my stance on it. As I said, as a consumer, you got the power. As a content creator, I'm neutral. I'm right in the middle, right? I call them out if something is bullshit, but to me, this is just another standard practice these days. Is it good practice? No, absolutely not. It's not. I don't agree with it. But that, as long as it's not loot boxes and other bullcrap that EA brings out there, I have no issues with it. I might buy it, I might not buy it, I might cover it, I might not cover it, but the decision is mine, just like it's yours. So vote with your money. If you think it's worth it, buy it. Have someone, watch someone review it first and then go for it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. You have been absolutely awesome. We've hit that 7K mark. I cannot believe it. Like, it's so surreal. Now let's go and hit that 10K sub till the end of the year. That's my goal, to reach 10,000 subscribers, and then we'll go from there. As always, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Peace.